What's going on, everybody? Zeywerks here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I got Darth Vader in one day. Like last season, it only took 7 hours to get to level 100. This series is inspired by Luke TheNotable's original one-day series. And with that, here's game 1. I started off buying the battle pass with the best code, Zeywerks, and then the Phantasm level pack. I chose to do this over the battle bundle because it's cheaper and gives more levels, and this season the tokens were super easy to collect. I dropped in with high hopes towards Reality Falls, but then changed my mind and turned towards the Rave Cave. I was contested off spawn, so I hid in a baller and rolled away. My baller got stolen by the track, and while I was going to find a new one, I survived and got a 69 kill win. Game 2 actually did go well. I returned to the Rave Cave and took the time to go around the entire track and even played bowling as the ball. There were a lot of quests around the Rave Cave and Loot Lake area, so I spent a lot of time there. After hitting a sweet 360 spin jumping off a wolf and nearly dying, I picked up the Dragon Ball Mythics, and after a long drawn out battle, I blasted the enemy for the win, leaving me at level 13. Game 3, I landed at a crashed blimp from last season, and ran around the temples trying to do challenges there. I missed the helicopters. I was nearly dying in the storm because of the lack of great mobility, and then ended up losing in second place because I was using the worst weapon combo in the game. Game 4, I spent 5 minutes straight just swinging around for 2 challenges. As much as I find the wolves annoying, I do at least appreciate that they count for player damage challenges. It makes a lot of the more tedious ones worth it. Not a lot happened this round, but the final circles were hectic and I didn't survive. I finally entered the new biome Game 5 and dropped at Fungi Farm. I had some quests relating to slurp mushrooms. The way I died this round made me mad. I boogie bombed the guy twice and was charging up my SMG, but some third person shot him in the back once to get him out of the dancing and he killed me. Back in the mushroom biome for Game 6, slaying wolves and also bots occasionally, but then I got slayed by a TTV tryhard. No, I'm not showing your name, you don't deserve it. I paired up with my favorite YouTuber and supported creator code haver Zeywerks in Game 7. Gotta also get in those refer a friend challenges. I went to Loot Lake once again trying to get all the challenges done, but got an arrow in the knee. Zeywerks traveled all the way to Shuffled Shrines before he was able to reboot me. I'd say this story has a happy ending, but it doesn't. Fortunately, on my way back through Loot Lake, I was knocking out challenges left and right. I just know that guy was hoping he could stick the res. But all good things must come to an end, so I died second place, but made it out level 37. By the time I loaded into Game 8, my brother decided he didn't like the Nintendo Switch, so Zeywerks wasn't going to be moving anymore. I landed at another blimp. I have to dance at them. Later on, I jumped off a high tower with a crash pad, which somehow saved me from fall damage, but almost instantly ran into a duo. I descended into Game 9, deciding to start collecting the level up tokens. Like I said, they made them a lot more straightforward this time. All I had to do was float through the slipstream and run over to Logjam Junction. While I was in there, I also picked up a blaster and started spraying walls down. I promise I'm not insane, it was for a challenge. Okay, maybe I am insane. I also found a workaround for a challenge I was worried about. For one of the challenges, you have to pick 5 weeds, but only 3 ever spawn on a plant. But I found out if you summon a new one, it'll create 3 more. I nearly won that game, but lost second place once again. Game 10, I forgot to record until literally a minute before I died. But after that minute, I was back in the lobby at level 55. In Game 11, I got killed off spawn, and I was so mad that I left. But in Game 12, I was uncontested at Rocky Reels, which made it easier to do the quests. I battled Mancake and got hit way more than I should have, before heading to an IO outpost to really start on my Vibin quests. I ended up not having to do all of them this season. I think I only got to part 3. Last season I had to finish all of them and more, so we must have had more XP. Tragically, while hog riding, I was gunned down next to Tilted Towers. I landed Shifty Shafts in Game 13, trying to collect the tokens for Snap while also completing my Indiana Jones quests. I somehow was getting a lot of kills this game, and turned to Road Rage and started running numerous people over. But later just kinda stood there and let myself get sprayed down. Game 14 Oh, it's over. That quick? I went back to Shuffled Shrines to avenge myself after last game. I participated in the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular at Disney World, and actually was able to finish the entire second page for Jones in that game. Once again, the wolves definitely helped me with the pistol damage. I think I may have gotten some brain damage along my journey, because I sat in the reality tree shooting shotgun pellets at the enemy, instead of spraying. If you saw this, you would definitely think I was a bot. And so Indiana Jones himself rode down on his Nimbus cloud and shot the woman in the face with a shotgun, and then cleaned his hat off to get rid of the blood. Game 16, I went to the knockoff Coral Castle and then did some Reality Seed related challenges. That's a twofer. I tried for way too long to do a challenge where you hit 10 things with a single charge of the charge SMG, but I kept doing it wrong and thinking you needed to break 10 things. I did this multiple times and I'm too embarrassed to show you every attempt, but I finally got it. After getting it right, I was immediately attacked and not even a boogie bomb could help me. I was working on the Vibin quest in Game 17. That's about all I did and ended up getting rushed by a duo. Maybe I shouldn't be doing the Refer a Friends challenge at the same time. I did get to level 71 though, so it's progress. Then in game 18 I went back in to finish another set of Phantasm level tokens. I still had 12 left, so I needed to get on with that. I somehow knocked this unsuspecting player with the worst weapon they've ever added. I went all over the map collecting tokens, and my battle pass screen looked like a starry night. On Spawn Island for game 19 I met the Lachlan and took a selfie with him. I took a boat trip near the sanctuary and got another group of level up tokens. I went down to the desert and did my favorite set of tokens, a race around Chonkers Speedway. I was really starting to thin out my challenges, so when I found a boogie bomb lying around, I drove all the way to an IO outpost to throw it. It gets slightly more difficult having only super specific challenges, but at least there's not many of them. Having done all this brought me all the way to level 94 in just 2 games. For game 20 I wanted to focus on getting the tokens to unlock Snap's customizations. Honestly, I ended up thinking Snap was pretty disappointing, so I don't know why I'm spending so much time getting all his evil little tokens, but I ran all over the map getting them before dying in the storm. Game 21 I landed in the little Shafty and got the last remaining tokens. After that, my sole purpose was trying to find a junk rift to throw at a crashed blimp, which I finally did before getting chased down and killed. I was so close to getting out of there. I'm still doing the oddly specific challenges in game 22. This time I had to ride a baller on water, which took longer than it should have. I also had to deal damage with a weapon that I fished up but was getting really bad luck and not getting weapons. I rolled my way over to Lazy Lagoon and finally fished up a weapon just as a wolf attacked, which as said counts for the damage challenges. I then had to earn 100 gold in Lazy Lagoon, which I also spent a really long time trying to do. I ended up having to summon a reality tree for gold. I positioned myself on a hill waiting for a supply drop but was fired upon by a battle bus, which we traded lives over. I was really close at this point, so I decided to do a little work on the Vibin challenges again. All I had to do was visit 2 more Imperial landing spots. I was level 99 now, so I let myself die and got ready for the final game. I loaded into game 24 with an idea. I would eliminate Darth Vader and that XP would take me to level 100, but the plans fell through when a random accolade gave me 5,000 XP and pushed me over, and by the time I got to Vader he had vanished. I at least wanted to end in style, so I grabbed a Dragon Ball Mythic and got 2 kills with it before letting myself die again. But there it is, I got Darth Vader in just 24 games within 7 hours. That's now 3 seasons under my belt, and I hope to do more in the future. I think this season felt way faster, despite being around the same time frame as the last, but I also didn't have to do as much. Like I said earlier, last season I did every season quest and every resistance quest, and that didn't even get me to level 100. This season, I got to 100 with 7 more weeks of Vibin quests left. This season felt really fun to play, and I appreciated the level up tokens being so straightforward. And with that, I've just shown you can get Darth Vader in 1 day. I hope you enjoyed the video, as I enjoyed making it. Remember to like the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. This has been Zeywerks, and I'll see you next time.